So, good morning, everyone. And you are aware that what we are going to learn today. So, we'll be starting with trigonometry using Vedic mathematics. So, what do you mean by trigonometry? What does the term trigonometry mean? Yes. What is trigonometry? Yeah, Shruti, please.
So in like daily life, the trigonometry is used to actually calculate the height with respect to the angles mentioned. So
Okay,
that
that is
branch
a real.
of
You can say that is a real life example.
yes,
A ladder bending to on
ladder
the wall,
is
and we can
inclined
measure.
at an angle of 30 degrees. So you can actually calculate how far the ladder is from the base of the wall.
Correct. Or you can find the length of the ladder. Anything. Yes, what's up? 10 standard. You what do you mean by trigonometry? What exactly is trigonometry? Okay. Now trigonometry, this has come from two words, trigonon and metry, which means trigonon means triangles. The meaning is triangle. And metron means measurement. So here in trigonometry, we'll be learning about the measurement of angles and their relationship with the sides of the triangle. So everything we'll be dealing that will be on triangles. And particularly when we talk about trigonometry, so we'll be dealing with the right angled triangle. So that would be the main concern in trigonometry, a right angled triangle. So we all are aware what is a right angled triangle, an angle of 90-degree. So this would be our complete, we'll be learning about such triangles, the angles, the relationship with the sides. We all have done in class 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. But in this class, we'll not cram those formulas. We'll not go with all those 130 formulas, 120 formulas, but we learn in a very simple way. What is that? That is with Vedic mathematics. So, with simple one calculation, you can do or derive all those formulas in a very simple manner. Right. Now, why is it important? Why trigonometry is important? Yes, Watson. What do you think? Why it is important? She has already given half of the answer. So, why is it important? Hmm? Yes, Indaveer, Sunrita,
गुड मॉर्निंग सर
morning.
सर इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट जैसे हमें किसी हिल की हाइट फाइंड आउट करनी हो वी कैन नॉट मेजर दैट या
Correct.
फिर हमें कोई बहुत टॉल ट्री है उसकी हाइट फाइंड आउट करनी हो तो दैट इज यूजफुल
So you
ट्रिग्नोमेट्री यूजफुल
you are mentioning about finding the heights and distances, correct?
यस
This is a practical life example.
ओके
Yes, very good. What else? Another very important example, we often think about it, navigation, GPS, right? So, when we talk about trigonometry, why is it important? We use in engineering and architect, we use in physics and astronomy, we use in navigation and GPS, We're using this in medical imaging. And least, but not the last, computer graphics, animation. So that angles, distance, that is being used in all such fields. First is your engineering and architect, physics and astronomy, navigation. I'll jot it down and you'll be getting the notes also. So very first is engineering and architect. Second, physics and astronomy. Sorry, writing थोड़ी सी अभी fast में. Third would be your navigation and GPS. When we travel in a flight and we think how they are getting the way or how they are finding the way. So that is all due to the trigonometry. And we will learn this when we'll do the height and distance problems. What is the speed of the plane traveling from one point to the another? So that does not come only in distance, speed and time. That is with the help of trigonometry only. When you know the distance, when you know how much that flight has flight from one place to another in how much time, so automatically you get the speed, right? So medical imaging, sorry. And fifth, computer graphics. So these are the fields where we use it. And practical life examples, if I talk about, so very simple example is finding the heights and the distances. Like Shruti started in the first only. Priyanka, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Let's say this is a wall and the ladder is here. Now this is a ladder. And you know, this ladder is making an angle of 30 degree or 45 degree, whatever is the. And we also know what is the distance of ladder and the wall. If I know this, I can calculate this, or I can calculate even the length of the ladder. Or let's say I know only length of the ladder and the angle. Then also I can make the calculations. So all such things we'll be learning when we'll be doing Pythagoras theorem, trigonometry identities, trigonometric functions, height and distances, and inverse functions. So we'll be covering almost all the syllabus of 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th with Vedic maths. Correct? So this is your life example when you talk about height and distance. When you go for navigation, like a plane is flying from one point to another. So the angles we are aware. So that's how we can calculate either at what height the plane is flying or what speed. Because let's say this is one point P, which is making a altitude or which is making an angle of 90 degree, and the plane was at A position few seconds before, and after that it reached at B. So if we are aware this distance and this distance, then we know how much distance it has traveled. So when you know distance, when you know the time, speed is distance by time. Finish. So such calculations you'll be doing in trigonometry, right? Similarly, architect and construction, you already aware. Just hold on, somebody. Yeah. Wave and sound engineering. Now, we won't be going in depth in wave and sound engineering in this program, but yes, we do use trigonometry in that also, right? And like I said, computer graphics. So that includes your robotics, your game development, and all. So are you clear about up till here? What is trigonometry and what we'll be doing? Vatsov? Now, what are the terms we'll be dealing with? So the first term would be angle. I'm going through very basics initially so that you are clear with every point. What is an angle? Angle is formed when two lines meet at a point. It could be, there are two different angles which you'll learn later on. One is when you see above. Let's say you are standing here at the ground and you are observing upward. So this is one. Now this is called as angle of elevation. Again, elevation means when you are looking towards up, when your sight is going upside. So this point, this horizontal line, when meets with the other line, this is called what is called as an angle. Correct? Now, here we'll be measuring this angles in degrees. Initially, when you'll do trigonometric functions, when you will do identities, this will be measured in degrees. But it is also measured in one more form that is called as radians. That we'll be doing in trigonometric functions. Right. So these are the two ways how you measure an example. The same example, a ladder sliding by the wall. So that angle, that was called as angle because that was the contact point of ladder and the ground. Correct? Clear? And what we'll be dealing daily, second term would be triangle. So triangle, I think you all are aware now. It is enclosed three sides, and one is here. Particularly, we'll be talking about, though triangle is not always right angle triangle, but particularly in trigonometry, we'll be dealing with right angle triangle. So this will be a right angle, and two other angles would be there, which we'll be calling by different names. So one side, the longest side is always called as hypotenuse, or sometimes we call it as opposite side, base, and perpendicular. So this will be dealing. Any doubt on this point? So these 5 points are there: angle, triangle. Triangle would be the right angle triangle, which will be dealing throughout the trigonometry. There would be no other angle you'll be dealing. So make it very clear, only and only right angled triangle. And the third would be, the second point is hypotenuse, the longest side. The standing one, that is called as the perpendicular, and a base, right? And this would be the angle. Sorry, I called hypotenuse as opposite side. That's not the opposite. Opposite will be always opposite to the angle. I'll clear you. See, whenever we have a triangle, now this is 90 degree, it's confirmed. Second is, you may measure this angle, theta. If this is your theta, then the opposite side, this is called as opposite side. Also, you call it as perpendicular. The adjacent side, the side which it is attached to, adjacent. This is called as base, and the longest, the third side, will be called as hypotenuse. But now, see, this is a triangle, and I gave 3 terms to different sides. But here, if this is to be found out, if this is theta, at that time, this opposite side will become base, because now the angle, you can say, you can rotate the angle. So this will become a base, because this is your adjacent side now, and this adjacent side will become opposite. So that is one important thing when you will do complementary angles, or when you will find out both the relations. Any doubt on this? Any question you have?
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
सर आई हैव अ डाउट इन दिस मेरे को हमेशा ही रहता है कि ये 90 ये मुझे पता है कि अपोजिट टू थीटा हमारा जो भी रहेगा वो परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा
Correct.
अपोजिट साइड
Correct.
है ना बट 90 डिग्री के अपोजिट हम हाइपोटेन्यूज को कंसिडर क्यों नहीं करते कि ये हमारा
Very first thing, see, trigonometry, we are dealing only with right angled triangle. This is one thing clear. So theta is there or not, that is different thing. See, when we'll start today also, we'll not talk about angles. We'll talk only about right angled triangle. I'm concerned, first thing is the base. Base means, not base of that. Base means, what is trigonometry all about? Trigonometry is all about right angled triangle.
means 90 degree
90 degree. Now this is clear. Up till here it is clear. Now there are 2 angles more left. Why? Because there are 2 more intersections. There
correct
are 2 intersections. Now, one is this one. You can call this as A. Let's say this is A. This is your B. This is C. Now, A is one angle. C is another angle. Got it? So A could be, let's say A could be 10 degree. So that in that case, C would be 80 degree. A could be 30 degree, then C would be 60 degree. So that
so
angles are
total
different.
angle is 90 degree. Yes, total angle is 90 degree
Total angle should be 90 degree, because all the angles in a triangle have to be 180 and one is 90. So both the angles have to, that is the reason we call them as complementary angles. And in complementary angles, the base and perpendicular interchange. उसको रटना नहीं है. See, we don't have to cram anything, and that is what is the magic of Vedic maths. Nothing you have to cram. You just have to follow one formula, one concept, and entire trigonometry can be done with that. Right?
yes. Thank you sir
Anything else? Yes. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. Now, we all are we aware about the term Pythagoras? How many of you know this Pythagoras theorem?
Yes, sir, we know it.
Yes, tell me. Can you, how will we define, or what is it exactly?
So you need the formula, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It is side 1 square,
Mm-hmm.
like side 1 square plus side 2 square is equal to the hypotenuse square.
Okay. Side
Like the
1 square
base, yeah,
plus side 2 square is equal to
equal to the-
hypotenuse square. Correct.
yeah.
Now, you know this thing, that a formula was derived, which you're saying h square, h is, why I'm giving h, because we just discussed
Hypotenuse, okay, yeah.
we denote by h, is equal to side 1, let's say it is base, and side 2 it is p. Correct. H square
Right.
is equal to b square plus p square. Do we know how do we derive this Pythagoras? Okay, I'll just brief up because this is not what we have to discuss. So yes, Dheeraj, you are too late.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Yeah, we can derive this using similar triangle concept.
Similar triangle concept. There is that you can derive, but how it was initially thought about it. So that
That
was
was
with the help of squares. We can do it with geometry. We can do it. See, there are 10 different formats. So very simple, I'll tell you. It was thought if we have three squares of different sizes, it was taken like this. Let's say I'm doing the reverse way. So because drawing over here may be difficult. So let's say this is square 1. This is square 2 and this is square 3. So a square, when three squares are kept like this or intersected like this, and the triangle formed in between. So the area of the square, of the larger square, was equal to sum of the smaller squares. And that's all. So if this area, let's say this is a big square and the side is side 1, let's say, let's denote by S1, this by S2, this by S3. Now, if I calculate area of a square is side square, so S1 square I'll be getting for first. In this, I'll be getting S2 square. And in this, I'll be getting S3 square. So it was observed that the bigger square, the area is equal to sum of these smaller squares. And that was what was derived as a Pythagoras theorem. And there are several other proofs also. It is not only one. There are around 10, 11 such proofs. But before this Pythagoras, long back, 800 BC, this was discovered by an Indian scholar. And here also, it was discovered the same. The length a square would be equal to, so same what has been derived in Pythagoras. This was derived long back by an Indian scientist, and that is he known as Budhayan. So it was somewhere about 800 BC. And that is the reason when we'll be doing with trigonometry, we'll call these as Budhayan numbers. These three identities, a square, b square, what you call h square is equal to b square plus p square, we call them as Budhayan numbers or triplets. I'll call the word triplets or triples. And you'll observe the same, whatever was the condition of Pythagoras, same thing it will satisfy. I'll give you one example. The smallest triplet, if we take, let's say I have a triangle and I have 3 as perpendicular, 4 as base, and 5 as okay. Let me reverse because that way you have to take later on. That is also same, but there is a difference of thinking. If you see this satisfies the Pythagoras also. Pythagoras was hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So see, what is 3 square? 9. What is 4 square? 16. So what is total? 25. What is that? Same, 5 square. So triplet is nothing but what is Pythagoras triplet? Here you might have not heard this word in their books, triplet, but this we'll be using with Budhayan numbers, and entire trigonometry will be doing on this basis, on the triples, triplets, triples, Budhayan numbers, whatever you can call it. Right. Now, let's see. So this is considered as the 3, 4, 5 is the minimum or a general we take it as. But if we increase it, let's say if I have 5 as base or perpendicular, 12 as base, first is, let's say first is base, second is perpendicular. So what would be the hypotenuse? Yes. What would be the third triplet?
13.
13. Yes, everybody got it. How will be getting 13? So 5 square is 25. 144 plus 25, 169, which taken square root. So 13. So this is hypotenuse. So this is again a triplet. Triplet is a set of 3 numbers which satisfy the Pythagoras theorem or Budhayan numbers. So this is satisfying. I can have such triangle where my base square, where my perpendicular square is coming to be hypotenuse square. Yes or no? Morning नींद आ रही है? Yes?
Yes, sir.
It's clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Okay, find out. Let's say I have 7 and 24 as Rakesh, you are too late. Half an hour. So what would be the triplet? The third one. Fast. We all have done scaring.
Sir, 25.
25. Yes, everybody got it. So 7 square is 49. 24 square is 576. So 576 plus 49 is 625. And 625 is 25. Are you getting or not? Okay. One more. 8, 15. What would be the third?
Sir, 17.
Only one person is there. Yes,
17, sir.
okay.
17.
Written. Got it. Got it. So this is one thing. So in entire this will be having, I told you trigonometry is a relationship between angles and the sides. So what we'll be having in general, either we'll be aware about this A, this B, this C, this theta. So there are 4 different things. Maybe this. So that is one and the same thing. If you know theta, you will know phi. So 4 out of these 4, 2 will be given to you. And the rest 2 you have to find. That is all trigonometry. And practical examples, whenever you will be asked for height and distance problems, in that also, if you understand the problem, angle is given, or one of the distance is given, So at least two things you'll be given. And the third and fourth you have to find. So A, B, okay, I won't write A, B. Let's change the names because that is what we'll be dealing with. Perpendicular. This is base, hypotenuse. So these are three different things will be out of these four, two will be given and you'll be able to do it, right? But today we'll not discuss about theta. We don't have theta right now. We'll be working only on Pythagoras first or Budhayan numbers. Now the problem arises, you had two numbers, you were able to find the third. But what if you don't have two also? You have only one. Then how will you do it? Let's say, okay, I'll take with example 3 only. Okay, one thing, whenever we have only single, consider that as base. Whenever single is given, consider that as base and accordingly move. Let's say one triplet is given 3. How will we get the other two?
So we have a formulas in this, na? 2m m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. We have to
Okay.
use that formula also.
Okay, that's fine.
Sir, can we make it a square of 3? Like 3 square is 9. If we think of a two number whose sum is 9, consecutive to number whose sum is 9, which becomes 4 and 5. So we can divide 9 by 2. So we get the quotient as 4. So one is 4 then, and another leg will be of 5.
Okay.
So for this, we can find the triplet value of any number, whether it is odd, and for even, if the one of the leg is even, then we can apply the formula which is called 2m is equals to given number and m square minus 1 and m square plus 1.
Perfect. So both of you are correct. So there are two different ways. One is what you started with here. If it is odd, let's say this is odd. First step, scare it. So what do you get? 3 means 9 on scaring. Second step, divide
Subtract it.
by 2. So dividing by 2, you get 4.5. Correct. And it's obvious whenever you divide a odd number with 2, you will get a decimal number only. It's obvious. So take the both without decimal. 4 is your one triplet and 5 is your another. This is one way. Is it clear? Scaring and dividing by 2. First triplet, second triplet, finish. So what would be for 7? Yes, what would be the triplets for 7?
It will be like 49.
Mm-hmm.
And when we divide 49, we get 24 and 25.
Correct. So see, that is satisfying. We just did it. 7 square is 49, 24 square is 576. Adding makes 625 because we need to check also, na, are we getting correct or not? Yes, everybody got WhatsApp. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Anyone who is not clear, please, you can ask at any point of time. So it's not a one-way communication. You can ask any question you have in your mind. Right. One more. We'll take example, then we'll move. 11. Yes, others, please, not only Dheeraj, others also calculate. 11. So what will come? What would be the answer?
May I?
60.
Yeah.
11, 60 and 61.
60 and 61. So everybody got it? 60 and 61. Because 11 square is 121. 121 divided by 2. So you got 60.5. That means 60 and the next number. Correct. You can try such numbers at your home now. 13, 14, 15, whatever. One thing is odd is done. Now, if it is an even number, let's say even number, we have 6. Now, divide it by 2. Again, and you have to divide. We are not finding square here first. Sorry, let me write the step. Divide by 2 till we get why I am writing this continue dividing by 2 till we get, because in case of 12, when you'll divide 12 by 2, it will be 6. So that is again a even number, right? And once you get the odd number, once you get odd number, follow the same procedure what we did. So squaring it, dividing by 2, everything. And the last, now since you have started with an even number, multiply by divided number. Is it clear up till here? Let's see. So 6 means 6 divided by 2. That we get 3. Now 3 we know, for 3, now we are into odd method. So 9, 3 square is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So 4, 5. But no, we cannot have triplet of 6, 4 and 5. This is wrong. Why? What we have to do, we have to multiply these two with this number, what we divided with. So 6, 8 and 10. These are the triplets. Is it clear now? Yes, is it clear or not?
Sir, no,
Could you
how did
explain,
we
Sajid?
get
Sir, we
8?
can,
How did we
sir,
get it?
we can also do like square of this number 3
But
minus.
Dheeraj, I am coming to that also.
Okay.
For everything, why we need to cram 2 formulas? Why do we need to cram only? So एक के लिए आप divide कर रहे हैं, square करेंगे, अभी वो उसका formula direct दे देंगे. We'll give it. That you are correct. But for a small child, they should have different ways, and that is what is Vedic maths. You don't have to stick to one method. Give them enormous number of techniques. Let them think what they want. Yes, Shruti, I'll make it clear. See, first step. Can you take a screenshot or you can write? Because see, we have to learn so much that we have to cover more syllabus. So I have to be fast. Whatever your queries are, you can keep on asking. I'll stop in between, not an issue. You can take a screenshot, so I'll explain. Let's say you have a number 6. Only one is given and you don't know what is your triplet. So if this is base, what is P? What is H? You don't know. So at least one you should know, then only you will be applying Pythagoras or Budhayan technique. Here, I know only 6. So first step is divide by 2 till I get an odd number. So I divided, I got an odd number. Now this is clear. I got it. After this, follow the odd procedure. 3 square is 9. Second step of odd was 9 divided by 2. I got 4.5. So 4 is one triplet, 5 is another triplet. But 4 and 5 are of 3. What we are supposed to find for 6. So we divided by 2, will multiply by 2. So 8 and 10. Now you can check what is so 6, 8 and 10. Are they satisfying the condition of Pythagoras? Yes. 6 square is 36. 8 square is 64. 36 plus 64 is 100, which is 10 square. Yes or no?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, yes.
But again, this is not every time you'll be correct. That example I'll
Sir,
take.
sir, I have a question.
Yes.
सर इन कंडीशनल मैथ्स स्टूडेंट्स को मैथ्स में डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूलाज रहते हैं बट वो लोग क्रैक नहीं कर पाते हैं ना कि इट्स लाइक कि इवन नंबर एंड ऑड नंबर इफ वन नंबर इज गिवन लाइक सो दे अप्लाई द सेम फॉर्मूला लाइक m2m m स्क्वायर प्लस 1 m स्क्वायर माइनस 1 ये मतलब मैंने नोटिस करा है क्लास में कि इफ द वन
ऐसा-
नंबर इज गिवन ऑन
नहीं I'll clear that formula. See, formula ही अलग है, दोनों का different formula है ना, same कैसे है? If it is a odd, you add first. I'll give you that formula. Just after let's practice this and I'll give you the formula.
ओके सर
Both the methods I'll show you. And again, you might be having some shortcut somewhere. So whenever you have something, you can discuss. Everything is open over here. Now, so what would be with 12? Yes, find out.
It will be 35 and 37.
Sorry?
Will it be 35 and 37?
You check. Are they satisfying? If it is satisfying, it can be. 12 square is 144. 13 square, sorry, 30.
35 and 37.
So 12 square is, sorry,
144.
144. This is 1225. What is this? You can check.
Yeah, 37 square we can say.
5, 13.
Sorry,
Is this 5 and 13?
5 and 13. 5 and 13, you are correct because I cannot say that also satisfied. Now that's the point. If I have what we are taking it as a base and we thought in a way to make it bigger. See, we are actually taking this as a minimum side. Now, if you're getting 5, that means you have used your brain when it is 5, another is 12, another is 13. We cannot say no because that can be a triangle formed and that can also be correct because here you will need to understand one important point of similar triangles and congruent triangles. So what you are doing is similar. It is, I will not, congruent. I'll not say it is wrong because 5, 12, 13 satisfies. I didn't check about 37. So what is
Yeah,
37 square?
1369.
So that also satisfies.
Yes, sir.
But another way, if you go by this, divide 12 by 2. So that is 6. Divide again, that is 3. 3 means you're getting again 4 and 5.
16 and
Right. So 12, 16, and 20. Now this is also satisfying. This is a smaller one, much easier. Got it?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have to apply the same formula which you tell them. He means 12 divided by 2, which is equal to 6. Okay, again I have to divide and I got the number 3.
Correct.
Okay, now I have to take the square of 3, which is equal to 9. And then again I have to divide by 2, which is 4 and 5. So one number is 12. And this is what is not suitable. 12, 4 and 5. So I have to multiply 4 and 5 by 2.
No, 4 and 5 you have to multiply by 4 this time because you divided twice.
Okay, sir, वो मैंने ना डबल कर लिया. You told me कि हाँ. तो मेरा आंसर सेम आ गया.
I wrote divide until, और वहां मैंने ब्रेक लेके ये बोला था कि sometimes you'll have to divide again. So and I wrote divide by multiply by what we divided.
Yes.
No issues. See, the maths is just patterns. Maybe you understood one pattern, so maybe you are doing good in that. Nobody is wrong. All these are whatever examples we got 12, 16, 20. This is satisfying. 5, 12, 13. That was a basic. That is satisfying. Right. And what Dheeraj go 12, 34, 35, 37. That is satisfying. So we cannot deny on the fact that if anything is wrong, these all are going to be correct only. So then you'll understand the difference between similar triangles and congruent triangles. So that will make your understanding strong. What do we need? Now, what you were talking about the formulas. So as I told, it will be always, let's say, about odd first. Okay, I'll go simultaneously so that it is clear. Odd and even. So for odd, it is x. X is the whatever is given to you. I'll consider always as base. Second, since just think it is odd number. So odd, what odd will give me? Square of odd will also give me. So I can have x square minus 1 by 2 as a second, and whatever I did this. So if this is, let's say, B, here I found P, so just increase 1. Finish. This could be 1. We'll have examples, don't worry. Here, if it is X, the second could be X square by 2 minus 1. See, this is a difference. Here, minus 1 and then divided. But here, first squaring, dividing by 2 minus 1. And if this you say P, other is P plus 2. This formula also you can use. I'll take both the examples. First, write down the formula. Written? Okay. Sorry. So if I take an example of, again, going back, it was first example was taken 3. Let's take 3 first only. So 3 is 1. 3 square is 9. So 9 minus 1 by 2, I get 4. And if once I get this 4, add 1, 5. So 3, 4, 5. Finish. I take 7. So 49 minus 1 is 48, means 24 and 25. Yes, Watson, are you getting or not? Yes
sir.
or no? This is yes or this is no?
I'm getting it.
So sometimes you don't understand. No? This is yes or no. Okay, so what would be for 9, Watson? If x is 9, what are the triplets?
80 and 81. No.
Sorry?
40 and 41.
40 and 41.
Got it?
40.
Very good. Similarly, we come back to 6. Now, if it is 6, what we have to do first? 6 square. 6 by 2 square.
Sir, I think it would be 6 square by 2. As per the formula you have written.
I'll tell you.
So 17 and 19.
No. I think no. She is correct because my writing was wrong. See, it was
XY to the whole square.
it was like this only.
XY to the whole square.
Right, x by 2 का whole square ही था. So 6 by 2 means 3. 3 square becomes 9. 9 minus 1 is your 8. And then 8 plus 2, you can have 10. Maybe you are using some other formula. I don't deny that fact, because again, with maths, you can do unlimited ways. That is the beauty of maths. Yes, now it's clear. It was my mistake. I didn't put that arrow, bracket. So we took 12 was, Dheeraj, what was for 12 coming?
The 12 was
34.
35.
You found 35 and
37.
37. So see now, 12 means if I divide 6 square हो गया minus 1. So 35 and 37. Correct. So you got by formula. I got that by dividing, and that was also correct. So at least you got 2 different. So one should not have in the mind that this is only the correct one, because that is also satisfying. Got both the answers? Yes, Dheeraj. This is also correct, and that was also correct. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So today we just discussed on, you call it as Pythagoras theorem, we call it as triplets, Budhayan numbers. And one thing more from this is observe. See, 3, 4, 5 is my first Budhayan number, or my first triplet, if I talk about in general sense. Always remember the pattern now. We'll learn later also again. The notation. First, you have to write base, then perpendicular, then hypotenuse. Correct. From this all calculations, if you observe, if I make this 6,
8, 10.
8, 10. Obvious. If I make this 9,
12,
15.
if I make this 12, this becomes 16, this becomes 20. So that means if you are multiplying with any constant term, the same applies on all other, and all are satisfying your Pythagoras theorem, your Boolean, your Budhayan numbers. See this is 81 plus 144. What is that? 225. 144. 256. What is that? 400. So from this we conclude that if this is a basic, so if you multiply by say any constant term, if it is n, so that satisfies everywhere. You can multiply with any number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this, keep it 3, 4, 5 as your base, as your standard format. And all your Pythagoras theorems would be done. So whenever in examples also, if nothing is given, we may have to think like this. Sometime in exam it comes. Nothing is given. And that time we need to think like this. Right? Any questions you have? And please, from tomorrow, I will not allow after 8 a.m. See, someone
Okay,
is
sir.
coming at 8:30, 8:20. Then why do you attend? You'll get the video. Others are also disturbed. And yes, any questions you have, Shruti? Indaveer?
No, sir. Thank you
So
very
this
much.
was just a start. Only Budhayan numbers, which was derived long back before Pythagoras. And on this, now what we have done, only on this entire trigonometry is based. Again repeating, no need to cram the formulas. All ratios, all identities, all functions, all height and distance problems, double angle, third angle, half angle, for which we need full page explanations, that will be derived by single format, only one formula. I will not say formula, one method. Right? But so for today, there is nothing homework kind of thing, because Pythagoras only you have to derive. So you can take as many as examples you have. From tomorrow, we'll be starting with ratios and all. Then I'll be giving you homework also and class also. Notes I'll provide. Any questions you have, please ask. Yes, WhatsApp. Priyanka?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
Right. Okay. Rakesh? Jyoti?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
That's okay. But Rakesh, I would expect you tomorrow at 8.
Sorry, sir,
No,
for the
it's
late.
okay. See, it happens, but so that's why I got up early, and I messaged that it would be at sharp 8. Right.
Yes.
Hello. Right. So thank you very much. I'll share you video recording after some time, and notes also. Right. Thank you. Let's connect tomorrow morning. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.